Hello, I am DJ Uncle Rich from Times Gone By Entertainment. I'd like to tell you a little bit about my business. I provide DJ and karaoke services for weddings, receptions, parties of any nature, family reunions, class reunions, and like I mentioned before, karaoke is available. And so is, if you are interested, live entertainment. I do oldies shows of 50s, 60s, and the 70s. And there's also, for your convenience, availability of trivia quiz shows also. What we do here is I use all digital music on MP3s. They're on my computer. All my music is downloaded legally. There is nothing that is pirated. And I use a DJ software program called PC DJ, as you see on this computer and on my karaoke here in the background. I have Uptown Funk playing to let you know that my music is updated. My music ranges from the 40s up through today's top 40 hits. So there is a large variety of music available. I try to have all genres of music also: pop, rap, today's hits, funk, classic rock, oldies, classical music I even have. So basically, you name it, I have it. I also carry a library of Latin music for those that request that type also. First thing I do is I sit down with the bride and groom, usually at least 1 to 2 weeks before their wedding, and I have them fill out this wedding reception planner, go over it with them at that time. I usually send it to them when I do have their contract, so it gives them time to look it over. This wedding reception planner gives them the opportunity to go through and plan the layout of the wedding reception the way they want to see it, the way they would like to have it. It has, for instance, areas in here for the special dances, such as the mother son dance, the father daughter dance, and their first dance, and the last dance, and if they want the garter toss, and all those different things. It gives them an opportunity to put those things in, and it also gives them the opportunity to list down as far as a time frame of when they want them done. Say, for instance, they don't want the first dance to be till after dinner, they would just mark it down that way: dinner first. Or if they want the toast before dinner, it gives the opportunity to mark down by putting it in such easily as 1, 2, 3, 4 in a line that I have in front for them to fill out. Also, when there are the special dances, there is a line there they can write down what song they would like to dance to at that point. And then I go through all this information with them to make sure I don't have any questions. And then I bring this back and I put together a file folder just for them on my music program with those songs in it. So then for me as the DJ, all I do is link onto their file program and I have all their songs right away. I'm not spending the time going through 10, 20,000 songs trying to find that song that they wanted. I have it already. So instead of dealing with 10 or 20,000 songs, I'm only dealing with 75, 80 songs. A lot easier to do. Also, on the very last sheet of this wedding reception planner is the grand entrance list. It gives them a spot to put on who is coming in with the grand entrance and in what category. Usually it would be the parents first, then the ring bearer and the flower girl, and then the maid of honor and the best man at that time, and the groomsmen, I should say, and then last but not least, naturally, the bride and the groom. So again, I go over all that with them, and no one has any unexpected surprises when it comes to at the wedding reception. Everyone is on key. I take the time and I go out to the hallway before they come in, make sure everybody's in line, make sure everyone knows where they're going, and I double check the pronunciation of their names so I get their names right as they come in. So don't want to call someone by the wrong name. Because sometimes people are very, what I want to say here, explicit on how they want their name to be said. They don't want to say, for instance, for me, it's Weilacker. I might not like it if someone called me in as a realtor. I might want to hear Weilacker. So I make sure I pronounce their names properly as they come in. So anyway, I have the filled out form. So my next step is to go into my music library and start creating their song list. That we have a idea of the wedding reception coming up. Now I have to create a folder for the bride and groom, and I'll start taking the music that they want played at the reception and put it in the folder just for them. So that way there on the day of the gig, all I do is click on their folder, all their music comes up, and I'm not playing around trying to find 70 or 80 songs that they want versus going through 10 or 20,000 songs which are in my library. Makes it a lot easier. So first thing I do is I go into my users list and I create a new playlist. In this case here, it's going to be Renee and Andrew. So I just create a folder for them. Renee and Andrew, and there it is. So we got the all made up. Now I start going through the songs that they want played. And what I'll do is go into my Amazon Music account when I have it all done and purchase all the songs at that time. And because everything that I do is legally downloaded music. I don't do any pirating of any nature. So we'll go to my next song. Hopefully we'll have better luck this time. And that one's Celine Dion, Because You Love Me. There it is, Because You Love Me. So all I need to do is just tap onto that song and slide it into their folder. And now I got a copy of it in their file folder. So within the next day or two, I'll go over all that and I'll make sure that I have all the songs that they want in that folder. And then I'll review all the songs, make sure they all play well. And then also on the last sheet there was a spot for songs that they want played, such as classic love songs, 1980s, 1990s, and today's hits. Now, in that same subcategory of, as you get up to there, as users list, I do have songs of the 1980s already done. I got, and for this instance, for the best top songs of the 1980s, I have 136 of them already in the folder. So I'll pick and choose as far as the people are up there dancing. What are they dancing to? Who are they really liking to hear? And then I'll put that all list together as the night goes on, going through the 80s, 90s, today's hits. I know some of today's hits are going to be Uptown Funk and Cake by the Ocean, those type of songs they're going to want to hear, along with a couple of Adele's songs. So that's really about it as far as getting prepared for the wedding reception ahead of time. What I'll also do is go through and I'll check to see how big the wedding itself is going to be, and that I usually have listed on my service agreement. So it's going to be, I don't have it written here, but I know it's 25 to 50 people because I had the meeting with them last Sunday. So for that one, I know I need my small DJ gear set up, and I already have that loaded up in the truck. I'm all ready to go. So I go through the checklist to make sure I have everything I need for the gig. So as far as getting ready for the wedding reception itself, it takes me anywhere between 1 to 2 hours for preparing. Again, as far as getting the music downloaded, as I was showing you, along with purchasing any of the songs that need to be done, making sure that it all plays well, and then when it's all said and done, then I take the wedding reception planner that they gave me, written in their handwriting, and then I'll go back into the computer with the fresh program or the fresh sheet, and I'll redo everything that they have written out, and usually in a larger font so I can read it easily, because as me as the MC, I have to be able to read what I am announcing, as far as especially when it comes to the special dances, when it comes to the grand entrances. Got to make sure that I'm not up there stumbling with my words, that I'm looking professional. So again, about 1 to 2 hours prep, depending on the size of the wedding, depending on the size of the reception, I should say, to put it all together and to make sure it all comes together at the end. Anyway, at this point, here I am all ready, loaded up for the wedding this weekend. And I got my cordless microphones, all my cables. This here is my sound system, audio system for the small gigs. And right on the top here are the 10-inch speakers, and then down at the bottom is the mixer and the power amp. I usually go to the gigs with my own table, because I want to make sure that I have a table. If they don't have anything set up for me, I am prepared. Most of the times I don't need to take it in, but I have it. Here are my DJ lights, so there's some good fancy lighting for the dancing. This is a facade that goes on top of my table that hides all my DJ gear. I got a scrim skirt that goes around the table so you don't see my wiring and all that stuff, so it looks very professional. It's not like a piece of vinyl that's wrapped around with my name on it. When I'm doing a wedding, I look professional with the white wedding scrim skirt going around the table. And that's really about it. Again, all set up. Got my lights, my system, my table, my wires, and my wireless mics.